Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 955th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I put onto YouTube. Just to say, this is a very unusual 3v3 battle. It's unusual for me to put a 3v3 battle on, but there is a reason for that, and I'll explain that reason as the battle unfolds. But as I say, it's an unusual battle, and you'll see faction selection here is quite interesting as well. Okay, my first teammate is Brotherhood member Royer 35. Now he's got 13 Sacred Band and 6 Cavalry. Okay, 13 Sacred Band, and you'll notice that his Sacred Band have only got Gold Shield, Gold Attack upgrades on. I would suggest that that's quite low upgrades for Carthage. I don't know what all of you think. Just Gold Shield, Gold Attack, which tells me I think that he spent his money on his Cavalry. Quick have a look at his Sacred Band Cavalry upgrades. Oh my gosh, yes, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, Gold Shield, Gold Attack on his Sacred Band Cavalry. So as I say, you can see there that he spent his money on his Cavalry there. Just to let you know, this is a no archer, no slingers battle. Okay, so no archers, no slingers allowed in this battle. So there you are. That is Royer's army, 13 Sacred Band Spearmen and 6 well upgraded Cavalry. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Fesen, who has also bought the Carthage faction. Now he's got 15 Sacred Band Spearmen and 2 Libyan Spearmen. Okay, in his army, no cavalry, and of course, as I say, there's no slingers or no archers in this battle. Look at the upgrades on his spearmen though. So those are fully upgraded. Can you see 9 upgrades, 3 experience stripes, Gold Shield, Gold Attack. If you move further on down the battle line, you will see that he's got 7 upgrades on others of his units there. But altogether, quite well upgraded, a Sacred Band Spearman there, but as you can see, no cavalry. Okay, he's got no cavalry there, and as I say, he's got a Libyan Spearman there, which I presume will be his Pilas Shield units. I just presume that. I'm not exactly 100% sure. Only got small upgrades on, so they would be cheap units there. So they'd be pretty good for taking Pilas. But as I say, unusual in a 3v3 to have 2 teammates that bring Carthage. Now you might be thinking, are we facing Macedon, Seleucid, Greek cities or something like that? Well, we're not. You'll see why. And you'll see my army, believe it or not, is Gaul. Okay, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. Okay, very, I think it's the first time I've ever brought Gaul to a 31k battlefield. So there's our team. It could be an interesting battle. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Aurelius, who has unusually bought the Roman faction here. As I say, Greek cities is usually his faction of choice. Now, he has got 13 infantry and 5 cavalry, but what I'd like to show you here is, can you see that he's got 2 morale boosting eagle units that he's included in his infantry. So with the infantry general there as well, he's got 3 lots of morale there to boost his infantry. So that is a lot of morale, and I'm just thinking, I wonder what the upgrades are on his cavalry there. Oh my gosh, what we got there? 1, 2, 3. So he's got 8 upgrades on his cavalry there, 2 experience stripes, Gold Shield, Gold Attack. So make no mistake, he's got some serious Praetorian cavalry there. I think that's quite a strong army. Just a reminder, remember, there's no archers or slingers allowed in this battle. Okay. Now their next teammate is someone who's called himself Trump Train, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now get ready for this. He's got 18 infantry, yes, 18 infantry and 1 armoured cavalry general unit, old school there. Okay, so if you look at this one army of his, you'll see that he's got 3 eagle units there. Okay, there you are, 3 morale boosting eagle units in that one particular army. Okay, so we say that's his A army there, the bigger army. Lots of morale going on there. And then his B army over here, where he's got 7 urban cohort units there. And as I say, he's got the old school armoured cavalry general. There you are. You don't see that much these days. Up to about maybe 16, 17 years ago, we all used to bring this as our Roman general until most of us swapped to an infantry general there. So this is genuinely old school here, what you're seeing. Okay, very old school. Be interesting to see how he uses that unit as well around the battlefield. Okay, so I know a lot of you like statistics, don't you? So 18 infantry, okay, including the eagle units, I think it came to 1,552 men. Okay, 1,552 men altogether. Each one of those men can throw 3 pilas. Okay, so get ready for this. This army of Scorpion Kings can throw 4,656 pilas before they even get into hand-to-hand combat. Yep, 4,656 pilas this army can throw, as I said, before they even get into the hand-to-hand combat. So the firepower that Scorpion King is bringing to this battlefield here is, really surprising. And bearing in mind that he's up against Gaul and 2 Carthage guys here, look, you see? I mean, imagine the casualties that 4,656 pilots could do to our team, really, to be honest with you. And as I say, an unusual selection of factions there, do you think, for Royer and Fesen to bring Carthage against 2 Roman armies? But just put your thoughts in the comments. I'd like to know what you think there. And their third teammate is Brotherhood member Tabor, who was bought the Spanish faction. Now he's got 7 naked fanatics, 6 cavalry, and 5 of the bull warriors there. Okay, so that's his Spanish army. If you have a closer look there, you'll see the cavalry there. They're light cavalry, but he's got 6 of them, so he's got a good number there. There's the naked fanatics. Well, I suppose they should be called the semi-naked fanatics. And of course, he's got the bull warriors there that can actually throw pilas as well. That's the elite infantry. Notice the horns and the sun there. The Spanish worship the bull god and the sun god, and you can see that the sun is being held up by the horns of the bull there. Just something that I noticed we've noticed in other battles as well. So there's the enemy team. 2 Roman factions and a Spanish faction against 2 Carthage and Gaul. As I say, unusual faction selection. Should be a good one for you to watch. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought I'd explain why I bought the Gaul faction in a 31k battle. I think this might be the first time I bought a Gaul faction just for a 31k battle, and that's because I think for years that chosen swordsmen are very underestimated infantry. Okay, the reason you don't see them brought to the normal 31k battlefield is because they can get decimated by Roman Pilas. Okay, but if you use them tactically and strategically and try and avoid the Roman Pilas, you'd be surprised on how tough well-upgraded chosen swordsmen in good numbers can be against elite Roman infantry units. Okay, so you say I've got 15 here, 15 chosen swordsmen. If I remember correctly, I think I've got 8 upgrades on each one of those units. So I've got 2 experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on those 15 chosen swordsmen. And as I say, you might think it's unusual for me to bring Gaul because this is a no archer and no slinger battle, and of course, as we know, the Gaul part of the Gaul faction strength is their archers. And there you go. If you have a look at the upgrades there, it's a bit difficult to tell here, but if you look there, can you see 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on my infantry there. And I say I've got a druid unit there to boost morale, because most obviously barbarian units have got low morale, so it's always a good move to bring a morale boosting unit like the druids there, and they can be very effective at keeping this chosen swordsman fighting longer. And if you notice in the woods here, I've got a couple of fast moving armored cavalry general units there. I haven't put a lot of upgrades on them because I'm not going to use them in any heavy duty way. What I'm going to do is just move them around the battlefield, smashing into the rear of enemy troops, use their speed to do that. So as I say, they're not going to be using any heavy duty action there. You can see they haven't got much upgrades on them, but they are fast moving, and as I say, moved in tactically around the battlefield, they could be quite useful. But just to say, as we know, one of the Gaul factions, notice no pillar shield in front of my battle formation, because I've got no intention of standing in front of a Roman army and letting them throw loads of pilas at me. I'm going to try and use this army in a tactical and a strategic way where I'm going to try and avoid the pilas. But as I say, one of the strengths of the Gaul faction is their archers. But as this is a no archer battle, you'll see that, of course, I'm just concentrating on the chosen swordsman in this particular battle. I just want to show you the battle formation here of Fesen. Can you see Fesen's Carthage battle formation there? Notice he also has got no pillar shield unit. Okay, remember, if your units are in close tight formation like his are, they could suffer big casualties from enemy pilots there, especially Scorpion King's massive army with all the pilots that he's bringing. Now these two cheap units at the back, he may well deploy them as his pilot shield units in front of his battle formation later on in the battle. That could well be his plan there, put them in front there just to soak up the enemy pilots. But also, if you notice here, can you see that Royer has kind of split his Sacred Band Spearmen up into 3 armies there, but none of them have either got pilot shield units either. So it'll be interesting to see how my Carthage allies are going to deal with fighting 2 Roman armies with all the pilots that those 2 armies could throw into them. Should be a good one for you to watch. Okay, it's very, very early stage of the battle there. You'll see I'm going to move my Gaulish army into the woods, and I'm going to try and keep them in the woods as much as possible, and that's because barbarian troops get a woods bonus. Okay, so that's what I'm going to try. I said to my teammates, if possible, can we fight near the woods? So if my teammates want to fight out in the open, they can, but if I could keep my troops in the woods and try and get the enemy troops to come into the woods there, then of course I can fight with the woods bonus. So that was the initial plan here. You can see that the enemy troops though are moving more out into the open ground. This is one of the most undulating ground maps that we fight on. Can you see here that Aurelius has got up onto a higher part of this undulating ground map here? Okay, and you can see Scorpion King moving his red Julia army over. As I say, a very undulating ground map with a lot of highs and a lot of lows. So ground movement, tactical ground movement can be very important on this map. You can see the Spanish cavalry are over here as well. And as I say, Scorpion King's Julia army here, red Julia army, he'll be looking to get onto higher ground if he can. That was his A army. He's bringing his B army across now. Possibly to link up with his bigger army there. So there you are. As I say, a lot of pilots there. Scorpion King can throw 4,656 pilots into my allies there. So my allies, I think, need to be very tactical and strategic with their Carthage army there, if they don't want to lose a lot of troops to pilots. So should be interesting tactical moves in this battle. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle here, you'll see Aurelius moving his troops once again here up onto higher ground here. As we talked about earlier, this is one of the most undulating ground maps that we play on, and you can see there's loads of ups and downs there. And as I say, Aurelius is using ground tactical movement very good there, very well there to get up onto the higher ground. You'll see Scorpion King moving forward as well. I bet Aurelius and Scorpion King can't wait to get close to my Carthage allies there, ready to throw in loads of pilots. Make no mistake about that, they'll be looking to do that as soon as they can. So my allies are going to have to be very kind of tactical and strategic there to maybe stop that the damage that they could suffer from all those pilots there. You can see the enemy Spanish troops moving over as well. And there you can see my troops there, still trying to stay in the woods as much as I can there, obviously for the woods bonus there. But my Carthage allies are facing the 2 Roman armies there, as you can see, and all the damage that those pilots could do to. Here you can see Scorpion King's general unit there, doing a bit of harassing and haranguing there with that fast-moving armoured cavalry general unit. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second here. So as I say, you can see Scorpion King now wanting to get in range of those Carthage units there to start throwing his pilots into them to do them a lot of damage before he even attacks into hand-to-hand fighting. He's got his other B army here also ready to throw Pilas in, and of course you've got Aurelius, his SBQR troops there, also wanting to get close to throw their Pilas in. You can see here that the Spanish cavalry and Aurelius's cavalry have kind of combined there. Whether they're looking to maybe move around the flank, around the flanks of my Carthage allies, we just have to wait and see. But as I say, the Roman Julia army and the Roman SBQR army really want to get in range of my Carthage allies. I think my Carthage allies maybe need to think about putting a couple of units in open order in front of their main battle formation there, to let those units in open order, suffer the Pila damage rather than their main battle line, if you see what I mean. That's why we do have Pila shield units in front of our main battle formations there. You can see my Carthage allies just moving back at the moment, just trying to keep out of range of those Roman Pilas there. Okay, you can see here I've moved over to this part of the battlefield here, still in the woods there, still getting the woods bonus if I get into any combat with the enemy troops there. Now remember, the bull warriors of Spain can also throw Pilas as well, so as I say, there's a lot of missiles could come our way. Now here you can see Fesen has put those two cheap Libyan spear units out in front of his main battle formation. That may be to try and get the enemy to throw Pilas at them instead of his main sacred band battle line there. Okay, over here on the enemy's left flank and our right flank, you can see that well upgraded cavalry of Aurelius is there. And as I say, just look at the Roman numbers there, and think of the Pila damage they're going to do to my Carthage allies if they're not careful. Right here you'll see me moving my chosen swordsman forward there to that clump of trees there. Now just to say, if my troops hide in those trees, then they're still obviously getting the woods bonus. Okay, so that's why I just moved to that small clump of trees there, hoping that I'm still getting the woods bonus there, even though it is just a small clump of trees there. As I say, I reckon that some of my troops will be hiding, so they'll be getting the woods bonus, but some won't be, because as I say, it is only just a small group of trees there. If you just have a look there, they are. Can you see some of my troops there are hiding? So obviously they are in the woods there, so they would be getting the woods bonus if we're attacked. But you will see others of my troops are standing there, so they're obviously not getting the woods bonus. So a little bit of a mixture there of them getting the woods bonus and those that are not. So it'd be interesting to see if the enemy is going to attack or not there. But as I say, that's where my position is in the moment. See if the Spanish troops are thinking of attacking possibly. Now here you'll see Scorpion King using his armoured cavalry gen. They've already routed one of those Libyan spear units. And here you can see him charging into the other one there. But remember, that is a spear unit, so it will have anti-cavalry bonus there. You can see Aurelius moving his SBQR infantry forward there to take out that unit. Okay, I can see the Spanish troops this side possibly looking to take on my chosen swordsman. You can see those naked fanatics there, and I can see the cavalry, the Spanish cavalry lined up there as well, and I can see the bull warriors over there. They could well be possibly looking to attack my chosen swordsman there. But what I don't want is to see any Roman troops coming towards me with the Pilas. And of course, as I say, those bull warriors can throw Pilas as well. So as I say, what I want to try and do is avoid any Pila strike at all here. Right, you'll see that Scorpion King is sending his B army, Julio-Roman army, towards my chosen swordsman there. Okay, with all the Pilas that they will bring, 7 units there. That's a lot of Pilas, could do a lot of damage to my chosen swordsman. And of course, you've got those bull warriors as well. As I say, they throw Pilas as well. So there's potentially a lot of missiles coming in on my chosen swordsman there. So I need to think about what I'm going to do there. And as I say, you can see here that Aurelius has got his SBQR troops there, probably looking to throw Pilas into those units. And you've got Scorpion King's A Julio army there, ready to move forward to throw his Pilas in as well. Okay, so as I say, a lot of potential damage to my Carthage allies there if they're not careful. Right here, as I say, you can see the Spanish troops look locked and loaded to me, ready to attack my chosen swordsman. And as I say, you can see Scorpion King's B army coming up. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to kind of pretend to move back. Right, okay, oh, now that's good news. Looks like my chosen swordsman just killed Scorpion King's general there. Okay, so Scorpion King charged that armoured cavalry general into the flank of one of my chosen swordsman units there, and he's lost his general through doing that. So he's lost the general morale bonus, which is good news for our team. But as I say, I'm going to move my units back here. Just to give you a heads up on this, what I want to do is entice those Julii units to come forward, and then what I'm going to try and do is hit them before they get a chance to throw all their Pilas into me. Okay, just to give you a bit of a heads up on that. Okay, so as I say, you can see me moving my chosen swordsman back to kind of entice the enemy troops forward. Okay, and now I'm going to move slightly over to this side of the woods there, away from the Pilas strike of those Julii troops. I'm now going to do war cry. Can you see my troops? Now remember, when you hit war cry, it enhances the attacking specifications of your barbarian troops. So there you are, you can see I'm now charging my chosen swordsman into those Julii troops there, and also into those Spanish troops. Pause the game for a second there. So there you are, you can see I'm charging forward. Now here you can see that Royer, remember, he's got 8 upgrades on his Sacred Band cavalry here, and he's going to charge them in as well. So it's going to be a joint hit from my chosen swordsman and those Sacred Band cavalry units there. So there you are, you can see my chosen swordsman charging. Remember, I hit war cry, so my attacking specifications are higher. Right, here come the Sacred Band cavalry, and bang! As they smash into that Julii infantry. Nice hit there by Royer with his 8 upgraded Sacred Band cavalry. Okay, but as I say, my troops are in war cry mode, so that enhances their attack specifications. I've also got my Druid unit just behind them as well. Right, there you are, you can see my units really pushing forward there into the enemy troops, and as I say, you can see Royer's well upgraded Sacred Band cavalry smashing into them as well. So a nice combination hit there of chosen swordsmen and Sacred Band cavalry. Okay, meanwhile here, the enemy troops, as I say, as we saw earlier, are starting to throw their Pilas into my allies' Carthage Sacred Band infantry there, and they will be causing them a lot of casualties there as he's doing that, throwing all those Pilas in there into those close, tight units there of Carthage. And you can see Scorpion King's A army there as well. So as I say, look at that battle line of Carthage spearmen there that the enemy may well try and break through. Okay, there's Scorpion King's A army there. Whether he'll try and get around the flank or not, we just have to wait and see there. And here you can see Fesen sending a couple of his spear units over to help on this particular flank there. As I say, my chosen swordsmen are fighting the Spanish troops and the Julii infantry, and Royer's cavalry is helping there as well. There's that Druid unit. You can see there chanting there, giving morale bonus to our troops there. Okay, but you can see there that the Carthage Sacred Band cavalry look like they're pulling back to lock and load and probably charge back in there. You'll see I brought my 2 cavalry units out of the woods there, my armoured cavalry units, like a bang as they smash in there into those Spanish naked fanatic troops there, as you can see. And you can see my chosen swordsman there fighting and moving forward into those Spanish troops. I think the Bull Warriors have just thrown some Pilas into my troops there. I was trying to avoid that, but yeah, I've suffered some Pila damage there, but I'm still pressing my troops forward. They're still in war cry mode at the moment. There's that Spanish cavalry going to charge in there, like bang, and they smash in there. Okay, so as I say, with Royer's cavalry here and my chosen swordsman, I think we're doing really well here against that Julii infantry, Spanish infantry. I see Aurelius has sent some of his SPQR infantry over as well. You can see some of the Julii infantry routing already there. And if you notice here, you can see Fesen has brought 4 of his Sacred Band units over as well to help on this flank. Nice bit of teamwork there by Royer and Fesen, bringing their units over to help my chosen swordsmen on this flank, fighting Roman troops and Spanish troops as well. Okay, here you can see an infantry unit and a cavalry unit of mine there fighting all those Spanish troops there. But just to say, every time my chosen swordsmen run out of war cry, I hit war cry again. And of course, as I say, when you hit war cry, it enhances their attacking specifications, and it really is a useful tool to have. Right, as I say, you can see Royer here pulling his cavalry back. He's going to lock and load them and charge them back in, I'm pretty sure of that. Here you can see my chosen swordsmen now fighting those bull warriors of Spain. I can see some Pilas coming in onto my troops, but I think I've avoided most of the Pilas there that I was trying to avoid. But there you can see a Royer's cavalry charging. Right, here's that Spanish cavalry smashing into my 2 units there, as you can see. Right here I've got an infantry unit there with 19 men left in it, and a cavalry unit with just 3 men left in it there. You can see the Spanish troops are trying to finish me off there, finish those 2 units off. But it'd be interesting to see if those chosen swordsmen are going to fight down to the last man. Just to show you that they don't rout that easy. As I say, very underestimated infantry, I think, the chosen swordsmen are. And there you are, you can see the Spanish bull warriors there fighting my chosen swordsman there. So as I say, you got Royer's cavalry's been doing a great job, and as I say, Fesen's brought some infantry over here, and now he's fighting Aurelius's SBQR units that Aurelius sent over here. So as I say, great support here by Royer and Fesen, so well done to them. Let's say really tight battle going on there. And over here you can see Fesen has moved some of his Sacred Band units out. May well force Scorpion King's Julia army back there, especially if Scorpion King's thrown all the Pilas from those troops. Now over here, can you see that Aurelius is well upgraded cavalry? Remember, he's got 8 upgrades on his cavalry. Now what I was thinking here, there's not a lot he can do. Maybe he would have been better with that cavalry on the other flank by going round behind us. I don't know what you're thinking there. I was just thinking tactically here, if he'd have got his cavalry, just see what you think about this. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. And if he brought his cavalry round the back here, okay, this is just what I'm just thinking here, coming through these woods, and then he's in behind our fighting troops on the other flank. You see what I mean? So if he brought his cavalry there, he could either smash into the back of our Carthage Sacred Band allies there, or into the rear of my chosen swordsman there. You see, if he came round the back, the damage that he could do with his cavalry there could be quite considerable. But here, as I say, these 2 units of mine look like they're going to fight down to the last man. There you are, you can see that cavalry unit, and right, all the cavalry unit has now been killed, and just that 1 infantry unit is left there. And let's see, I think that unit's going to fight down to the last man. He's not going to rout. That chosen swordsman, there you are. You can just there, look, there's just 1 man left at dead. Right, so that chosen swordsman's unit there fought right down to the last man. As I say, you know, they are underestimated infantry, and now all those Spanish troops there are free to smash into the back of my fighting chosen swordsman, which is what I think they're probably going to do straight away now. There you are, you can see them charging in, and bang, as they smash in there, both infantry and cavalry, but still my chosen swordsmen are holding, let's see. Even though they got smashed into the rear, they're still holding, even against that sandwich attack there. And there's some more Spanish cavalry charging into them as well, look, and bang, as they smash in there. But it looks like we've taken out most of the Spanish army there between us, so that was good. That's really good news for us there. So yeah, this flank we seem to have done quite well there. There with Fesen's spearmen and Royer's cavalry. You can see Fesen here, look, moving more of his units out to threaten Scorpion King's A army there. Very aggressive use of Carthage there. Here you can see that Aurelius is trying to attack the line of Carthage spearmen there. But can you see how those spears are keeping those Roman soldiers away from them there. Do you see what I mean? It's very difficult for the Roman soldiers to fight down those spears to kill the man on the other end. Very difficult there. Can you see there, there's a gap between those two spear units there? Can you see that gap? And can you see those SBQR Roman troops have fought their way through that gap there and now can attack the flank of those two spear units there? I just thought that was interesting to see. If you leave a gap in your spear line there, this is what can happen. But can you see the vast majority of those Roman troops there can't get close to those Carthaginian troops there. And over here, as I say, you can see Aurelius's cavalry. I'm not sure what he's going to do there, because he can't charge into those guys there because they've got their spears down there and they're all anti-cavalry. So he's got, you know, he wouldn't charge in there. So I'm not sure what he's going to do with his cavalry there, but his infantry certainly are being very aggressive. And as I say, Scorpion King's Red Julii infantry there, facing Fesen's infantry. You can see Fesen moving his infantry towards him. But as I say, on this flank, I think between us we've done very well against the enemy troops there. And now I'm looking to see those SBQR troops that are attacking Royer's infantry. That's where I'm looking to hit with my infantry now, just to give you a heads up on that. So that's where we're looking to go. You can see Fesen taking some of his Sacred Band spearmen up there as well. There you can see my Druid unit there running with my troops. I'm making sure that that Druid unit is chanting all the time, pumping up the morale of my troops. Right, let's just pause the game for a second there. So here you can see Fesen is kind of moving out a lot of his Sacred Band there to keep Scorpion King's Red Julii army away from supporting his SBQR ally there. So that's a nice move for Fesen there to do that. And also he's stopping them from coming in to stopping my infantry charging up into the rear of those engaged SBQR Roman troops there. So you can see there, you can see my troops charging up there to go into the rear of those SBQR troops. Right, here goes that well upgraded cavalry of Aurelius is there. Can you see the SBQR cavalry? So it'll be interesting to see how he's going to use that cavalry at this stage of the battle. Now, can you see that Scorpion King's moving his Julii army forward? Okay, now I think he wants to make his infantry the anvil, and I think he wants to make Aurelius's cavalry the hammer. I think they're looking to do a hammer and anvil attack on our troops there. But if you notice, I'm moving my Gaul troops up there, further up towards the SBQR infantry. Right, you can see that cavalry coming in there, and bang! As it smashes into the back of those two Carthages. Right, so that move there was a good move by Aurelius. Now all these troops here, all these Julio troops, SBQR troops here, are now free to possibly either attack those units there, or maybe go around the flank or attack those units there. So those units are all free now of enemy troops. You can see my chosen swordsmen and some of Fesen's spearmen there attacking the rear of these fighting SBQR troops in a sandwich attack there. Can you see they're now sandwiched? Can you see my troops now have just hit Warcry again? Can you see how they bang their shields with their swords? That's the Warcry coming into its own there. And there's a charge up there towards the enemy troops. And as I say, you can see the enemy Julii infantry and SBQR infantry, quite a strong force here, moving towards my Carthage allies. Okay. So, as I say, the Roman troops here, cavalry and infantry, never underestimate them there. And you can see me moving my chosen swordsman. I'm trying to get up onto the higher ground. If you notice that, I'm looking to get up on the slightly higher ground above those Roman troops there. And you can see Scorpion King there, got his Julii army there. Still got a lot of his infantry left. And but that cavalry of Aurelius is there. It's kind of a bit difficult for him to be able to use it as he wants to, because he's up against a lot of Sacred Band spearmen here. There you can see my chosen swordsman there. As I say, I want to get on the flank of the enemy Julii infantry here on the higher ground, so that when I charge with the war cry enhanced attack specifications there, I'm going to charge down the slope a little bit into those Julii infantry. You can see there's already Carthage Sacred Band units engaging them at the front. And anyway, if you look at my infantry, watch them bang their swords banging against the shields. Can you see? Bang, 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 bang. And that's the war cry coming into effect, and then they charge forward there. As I say, as soon as you press the war cry button and they do that, that really does enhance their charge bonus and their attacking specifications as well. So just to let you know that as we charge into those Julii infantry. Okay, so as you can see, Scorpion King's Julii infantry is being engaged by Carthage at the front there. Very aggressive use of Carthage here by both Fesen and Royer, I thought, against the Roman troops. And as I say, that SBQR, well upgraded SBQR cavalry of Aurelius there, we need to watch that very carefully. There you can see my chosen, I think my chosen swordsmen are all tired or very tired at this stage. There's the trusty druid unit that I've had close to them all the way through the battle, pumping up their morale all the time. And there you are, you can see once again, I think I've hit war cry again. Can you see them banging the shield with their swords again, just before they charge in? Once again there, it's very important you use the war cry with your chosen swordsman. As I say, you get a lot of enhancements from that. And there you are, you can see most of the enemy infantry now has been routed. And it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle. I see that SBQR cavalry still there, but it wouldn't surprise me if Aurelius admitted defeat at this stage of the battle. And there you are, he just admitted defeat. And it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. So I think we did really well there against the Roman armies we were facing. I just wanted to show you this. Can you remember where Aurelius' SBQR army was fighting those Sacred Band spearmen? Just look at the line of dead SBQR Roman troops that were killed trying to fight down the spears of those Sacred Band spearmen there. Yeah, you can see a lot of Sacred Band dead as well, but you'll see that there's more SBQR Roman dead there than there is Sacred Band dead there. And if we move over here to this clump of trees on our flank there, where my chosen swordsman, being helped by my allies there, we managed to defeat the Spanish army and a lot of Julii and SBQR infantry that came into the fight as well. So we did, I thought we did well here on this particular part of the battlefield. Great support there by Royer and Fesen, bringing their units over to help my chosen swordsman against those Roman troops and Spanish troops. And that was quite a tough fight. I think that's where we saw that chosen swordsman unit fight right down to the last man. Never routed, fought right down till they were all dead. Once again, just showing how good chosen swordsmen can be if used tactically and strategically there. And as we move over here, you can see all the enemy troops now have been routed there. So, let's say a good bit of teamwork there, I thought. From our team there, and there are, you can see I say the enemy troops routing, and it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. I thought everybody played well, and I must say I was very surprised that we managed to get a clear victory out of this, because we were making no mistake here. We're fighting three veteran players, or three good players there, with good factions. Highest kills in the game unusually goes to my Gaul faction there. You'll see my Gaul army managed to get just about managed to get the highest kills in the game. So very pleased with that. Bearing in mind I got no archers, didn't have any Forester Warband archers at all to get any casualties. So well done to Aurelius. He'll be disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, but I thought he played quite well with his troops. Scorpion King, I think he'll be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, bearing in mind all the Pilas he had to throw in there. And look at the size of his army as well. Quite a big size army that he brought to the battlefield. And well done to Tabor. He'll probably be disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, but he was very aggressive with Spain. So well done to Tabor for bringing Spain. Really well played, guys. Well done to Fesen there. He might be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, but he played very well with his Carthage army, and that is increasing his faction of choice. And well done to Royer. Look at the kills that he got. He only got just a few less than me, that's all. So well done to him. And look at the army that he's got left. Look at the troop numbers that he's got left as well. There, so really well done. I thought we'd have a look at the specifications of my chosen swordsman there. And if you notice there, can you see I had 37 men killed for 71, 70 killed for 118, 66 for 117 there, 57 killed for 71 there. So you can see the good kill rate of the chosen swordsman there. They got some good kill rates there as well, if you notice. Oh, look at that, 44 for 44. 44 of that unit killed, and they killed 44 as well. They're at 42 for 105. But look at the two barbarian chosen warlord cavalry casualties there. Even the druids, look, they killed 27. But if you look at the cavalry there, look, 24 for 89, is it? And 24 for 83. So good kills for the two chosen warlord cavalry units, even though they didn't have much upgrade on. But I just thought you might find watching those statistics quite interesting there. So anyway, I just thought that was an interesting 3v3 battle to show you. I hope you enjoyed it. Who do you think would have won? When you saw the factions at the beginning, two Romes in Spain versus Gaul, Carthage and Carthage, which team did you think had maybe faction advantage there? Be interested to see what your thoughts are. Just to say, we play Rome Total War every Friday, Saturday and Sunday night. Why not come and join us? And if you get in one of our battles, you may well see yourself on this YouTube channel. This is Spartan Commander saying bye for now, and look forward to seeing you soon.